my goal is I just want to be able to go to work and take my son to school and just stop having people in my business.
Okay. So you want people to stay out of your business.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some ways that may help people stay out of your business?
I think if they just, watch someone else.
Okay.
Or if they just stop worrying, I don't drink a lot.
Okay.
And it's not illegal to drink because I'm a 46-year-old woman.
Yeah.
I don't need people telling me if I can drink or not. I'm 46 and I work and I pay for my alcohol. I'm not stealing alcohol, so I'm not breaking the law. And I was able to walk to my car and drive fine. So I'm still not breaking the law. I wasn't speeding. So I think that if they just follow the law, they will stay out of my business. And my grandma needs to understand that she doesn't need to be in my business either because I wasn't breaking a law.
Okay. Do you feel or think that drinking ever contributes to people watching you?
No, everyone's always watched me and no one has ever believed me. Since I was, a little kid, I lived with my mom and my grandma. And when I started living with my mom, when I was like 10, I think I was like in 5th grade, I started living with my mom and she started just getting in my business. And I would tell her, that I wasn't doing anything wrong. People were watching me and she would just say that there was no one there and that I was lying. And then I would tell my grandma, and she wouldn't believe me either. And so, sometimes I just drink, to do something for myself.
Okay.
I always do things for everyone else.
Yeah.
I clean my grandma's house. I help pay the bills. I take care of my son. So I need something for myself, and I have fun when I drink, and and it doesn't stop people from watching me, but it stops me from caring for a little while.
Yeah. So you have a lot of stuff going on. You're taking care of your son. You're working 2 jobs. You're helping support your family. You got a lot going on, and drinking is a way to kind of help you de-stress and have some fun.
Yeah.
And you don't see it as any problem at all. You're following the law. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, except, this situation occurred when you were driving home. And this now is a huge barrier for you in that you may lose your license. You may have to deal with court-ordered obligations. So I'm here, definitely to figure out how we can fix this and what ways we can make this better.
I don't know, because it's not my fault. There's no problems. I live my life and I take care of what I need to. And when I drink, there's always a problem with my grandma. And she says, "Oh, well, you're so angry." And I say, "Well, you're bothering me when I'm trying to have fun. And I'm just trying to dance to the music." And she says, you need to stop being so angry and yelling and there's no music playing. And I say, yes, there is music playing. I'm drinking and listening to music and dancing and I get angry because she doesn't leave me alone. And she's causing problems and now the police is causing problems too. So I don't know how to fix these problems that other people are creating.
Right. So is she someone who thinks that you have a problem with drinking?
She says that I get really angry when I'm drinking. But she doesn't see that I only get angry when she talks to me. I'm trying to have fun and I'm doing something for myself. She needs to leave me alone and don't talk to me. And when it's my time and I put my son to bed and it's my time, don't talk to me. And then she wants me to do all these things and she says, don't, you need to go to work. And I say, I always go to work.
Yeah.
Why do you have to remind me? I'm 46 years old. I'm not, 15 and she just says, you yell and you throw things and you're so angry. And I say, well, yeah, I get angry because you make me angry.
Okay. So there's times that anger causes conflicts for you and grandma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm, sometimes I can't get her out of my room. I
Okay.
can't, I just have to, um, I don't remember, what happens, but I just get so angry and I just have to throw something and she gets out.
Okay. Is it frequent that this anger gets you in trouble?
Just anytime, when I'm drinking and she comes into my room to get me
Okay.
mad,
Okay.
and it's almost all the time. It's almost every day.
Almost every day. Are there any other situations or environments where your anger gets you in trouble?
Well, I don't want to talk about my uncle, but he lives with us and it's recent. Um, he was in prison for 4 years and he moved in with us when he got out like 6 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and he shouldn't be living with us. And,
Mm-hmm.
and there has been a lot of arguments because I don't want him looking at me,
Mm-hmm.
and I know he's watching me, and I know he's
Mm-hmm.
watching my son.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what he was in prison for, but I know that my mom, when she was here, she told me several times that my uncle had touched her, and I believe my mom, and no one else believes her.
Okay.
But I know better. I know that even when they don't believe her, it's true, because I know when people are watching me and they don't believe me either. Yeah, I'm very, I don't like him looking at me, and I don't like him watching me, and I don't like it when he goes to the fridge and helps himself to my beer, because that's mine and I paid for it and he's not working. Why does he get free stuff?
Yeah.
I have to go to work. I've been working nonstop since I was 17, since my mom left.
Yeah.
So why do I need to work and pay all the bills and buy my own beer only, and he comes and he's drinking my beer. So when I want to drink my beer, I don't have enough beer anymore. I have I don't know, half of what I would normally drink left because he drank the other part.
Okay. And that must be very frustrating for you.
Yeah, it is.
That makes you angry. You work really hard, and your uncle, who you don't even want in the household, is drinking the beer that you earned. You paid these wages. You worked hard, and that's your beer.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. That must be very frustrating and cause you to just,
Oh, yeah, then, he won't pick up after himself after, so, I just grab the beer bottles and I start stuffing them into, his room and getting them out of the living room, because I have to clean too, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to be cleaning after him. So my grandma says, oh, well, you just pick fights with him, but she doesn't tell him anything for not working and for just drinking my beer and leaving a mess everywhere. So
right. That sounds like a frustrating situation.
Yeah,
definitely. So are there any other areas of your life where you feel like anger may get in the way?
Just when people are when I know someone is watching me, and I know that they're doing things that are making me angry, and I will tell them, it's not common, but there has been times at work where I have to tell someone, you need to stop watching me, you need to do your own job, because we have this big line in the drive-through and the food's not getting out, and I'm working really hard and I'm trying to get things out, and everyone is just watching me instead of doing their own job.
Right.
So I have to scream at them.
Okay.
And people say, oh, well, you don't have to scream at us and we're not doing anything. And I say, well, you're not getting the food out. We're not getting the food out because you're just watching me.
Yeah.
And
okay.
And then we go out for drinks after, and we just laugh
and everything's okay again. And it's nice to blow off steam with some of your coworkers.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes we can get on each other's nerves.
Right.
At times. There's also those other fun times that we get to hang out.
Yeah, as long as they don't make me mad, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just have to stop, I just have to stop, letting them get me mad, and they have to stop doing things to get me mad.
Yeah, okay. So a lot of what I'm hearing as we're talking right now is I'm hearing a lot about concerns about people watching you and constantly feeling like others are watching you and judging you and trying to get you in trouble. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. And that makes you really angry and frustrated because you feel like somebody's constantly watching you and you're constantly on edge because they're judging every single thing you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I on the right track?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then they deny it. Like my grandma says, "Oh, well, you're just paranoid, and you're seeing things," and she just denies things. And
Okay.
sometimes, I when I'm drinking, I like to dance, and she says there's not even any music, and I can hear I'm listening to music because that's what I do.
Yeah.
And she's saying, well, there's not even any music, and you're just paranoid, and now you're getting angry, and you're so angry all the time.
Okay. So how often would you say that you feel like people are watching you and you get angry? How often?
When there's people around, I know.
Okay.
I could see them. I could see them watching me.
Okay.
When I go to work, and sometimes when I'm dropping my son off at school, there's people in other cars, and I could see them watching me.
Mm-hmm.
And then at home, I know my uncle's watching me because I know what he did to my mom, and I think that he knows that I know, and I think that he knows that I'm watching him too, because he's not going to do that to my son.
Absolutely. Yeah, you want to keep your son safe.
Yeah, he's not going to get to him. He's gotten to everyone else. Right. He's not going to get to my son.
Your son is extremely important to you.
Yeah.
In your job as a mom, you recognize that that's really important to keep him safe from your uncle. Definitely. Okay, so it sounds like almost every day you're feeling like people are watching you, and that's making you angry and frustrated.
Yeah.
Okay. How long would you say that you've had these feelings of feeling like others are watching you and judging you, and that makes you really angry and upset?
Well, I know, when I was in school, and I used to want to have friends, and I could have friends, but then you go into high school and the girls get mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some friends, and we would drink here and there. When we got to high school, we would start we would drink to have fun, and we would hang out after school, or sometimes we would skip a couple classes and just go have a few drinks. I knew they were gossiping about me.
Okay.
I knew they were talking about me every time we were drinking together. I knew that they were watching me, and then sometimes I would find out, the things that they would say about me. So then I would say, I knew it. I knew they were watching me from the beginning.
Okay. So you would get validation of what you were thinking. Other people would tell you that what you were thinking was accurate. Yeah. That these girls were talking about you.
And that's why I know I'm right now too.
Oh, okay.
Because I've always been right. So I know that I'm right. When I feel like someone's watching me, I already know that I'm right, and they can't deny it.
Yeah. Okay. There's been a lot of circumstances that have shown you that you feeling like other people watching you is pretty accurate. For example, the cop pulling you over, sometimes your coworkers, nitpicking you, and those, your grandma getting upset with you about stuff. Okay, I see. Okay, I see. So what I really want to do today is figure out how you and I can work together in order to make sure that you complete what you need to do from the court, and that you no longer have to come to these court-ordered meetings. And so we need to come together and figure out what would be the best behavior to focus on in order to ensure that the court is not following you anymore. Okay? So can we come together and think of ways that what behaviors you can work on so the court doesn't bother you anymore?
Like work on my grandma's, like when she makes me mad?
Maybe if that's something you feel like, maybe this anger sometimes gets the court involved. What are your thoughts?
I think I think my life would be better if I could just not be around the people that make me mad, and just